Okay. A lot to divulge thanks to one person who decided to do the history of Big Bad Beetleborgs. Man, are you ready for some craziness? Here's some craziness, some what the hex and stuff like that. So we're going to talk lots about friggin' Big Bad Beetleborgs the later years. AKA the years that it went to Disney, then Saban's had it again, and then Hasbro has it now. Of course, let's talk about the little preview of what happened beforehand. So apparently, I forgot, I think it was Image Comics, something like that. Apparently, they were going to do a Big Bad Beetleborgs comic, and they were going to do I think they might have done a crossover, I'm not sure, of Big Bad Beetleborgs Metallics versus Power Rangers Turbo, or Power Rangers Turbo versus Beetleborgs Metallics. Hopefully you didn't hear what happens in the background. What the fuck? Anyways, I don't know if that actually exists, but if it does, well, someone needs to someone needs to get that freaking comic and talk about it. I think someone needs to do that. So anyways, yeah, so as for the Beetleborgs comic, that one, no, it never came to be. Now let's go to Disney. Oh crap. Apparently Disney, like 4 years later after getting, or 3 to 4 years later after acquiring Power Rangers and everything that was Fox Kids based, they were thinking about making a spin-off of the Big Bad Beetleborgs. Yes, they were going to do a freaking spin-off. They were going to include Flabber and all the monsters. Well, personally, I kind of sort of want to see it, but I mean, see it as in just like a mini series, like the limited series, just maybe 6 episodes and just see some funny stuff. I would like to kind of see how that would have played out. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't actually see it play out? It's going to be funny. I think it will be something funny just to behold. Could actually be completely crappy, as messed up as freaking Alpha returning in Operation Overdrive. Oh god, no. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh god, no. But if they get the original actors and they just do it for like maybe like 6 episodes, I'll be down to watch it. I wonder how that's gonna play out. I kind of want to see how that plays out, It'll be kind of odd and stuff, and who knows, maybe the monsters will be like, hey, stop that, stop that, stop that, that's our shit, that's our shit, you get the fuck out of here. It's like, yeah, it'll be funny that the monsters are like, they're doing better than what we did. This is so crap. We deserve to actually have that show, not these jerks. But it never existed. But still, 2005, they were thinking about it. Oh my goodness. And then as soon as it went back to Saban's, they didn't really have any plans for it. Of course, as you guys can kind of heard whispers, and I already did a video on it, they were thinking about doing maybe a Kamen Rider series, and they were going to call it Power Rider, and there is some little nudges that actually said that they were going to actually pick Kamen Rider Ghost. What? It was either Kamen Rider Forze, which I actually skipped that season to actually not watch it because I'm like, oh, they're going to make it. Then I would not like to know what's going on, I want to skip it so I don't know what's going to go on so I could actually watch it without being like, the Super Sentai, I mean, not Super Sentai, the Kamen Rider version was much better. I would like to actually go straight up blind and be like, oh, that's freaking awesome. That's tight. Yeah, but the messed up part is considering they had Power Ranger Samurai and Power Ranger Super Samurai, oh god, and Power Ranger Mega Force. It gets to the point of being like, I don't think they'll actually do it justice. I think it would have been so bad that's like, oh great, you just did another freaking Mask Rider, you hoe. It's kind of funny listening to this guy and being like, oh, the Mask Rider. It's like, yes, it's freaking awesome. It's like, no, no, you should never want to mention Mask Rider. I should punch myself in the face right now. 2 words. So here's the interesting part. Well, the fun is like, yeah, beforehand, it turns out they did have a season 3 of what could have been Big Bad Beetleborgs, but the thing is that it was so crappy that I'm like, thank you for not doing that. Thank you. Thank you. Just like, yes, thank you. You saved us. I still feel sad about Mystic Knights of Tilda Dog. I feel sad about it, but that's another freaking story for another day. So in 2015, 6 years ago, apparently they actually did Bandai America, Bandai Japan, decided to actually give us some fully articulated Big Bad Beetleborg figures. But of course, they're beat fighters. But either way, it's our Beetleborgs. And it sucks that this is technically at the time, it's like at a decent time where it's like, we're doing premium. Yes, we're legacy. Yes, legacy figures. Yes, legacy. And I'm like, then why don't you do a legacy of something else, you jerk ass? It's like, yeah, lots of people are buying it and everything. It's like, then do us the right thing and get the freaking damn Beetleborgs and bring them over here, you bastard. I most likely would believe that it would cost a lot of money to bring them over here. Sadly, yes. But if they would have done it, I would like to do it because even as a child, I love Beetleborgs, but yet for some reason, I never actually asked for a Beetleborg figure. That's pretty odd, isn't it? These days, I have the green Beetleborg and two golden Beetleborgs, or, metallics. Yeah, but they're not, there's like only the green ones is good enough. The two gold ones are actually action freaking crap. And I'm like, I hate action ones. I hate those. So yeah, and apparently you're able to buy season 1 on Amazon, and of course, thank goodness for Shout Factory, even though I remember Shout Factory. Shout Factory was a freaking damn struggle. I think they had 3 releases. The third one, they were like, oh, we're about to cancel it. I don't think people are buying this. We noticed that no one's buying it, so we're going to cancel. And I'm like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, don't do that shit. And at least the good news is that they didn't do that shit. They released the last one. Thank goodness. The only messed up part is like these days is that they're not really in production, so I'm basically kind of screwed because that was at a time where I had no money. I had no money. So how am I supposed to buy it if I have no money? Yeah, so that's the messed up part about it. Like, yeah, so at least the good news is that Hasbro has the property. We have no ideas if they're going to even do anything with those. And it seems like VR Troopers is somehow safe as well. Thank goodness. But as for Mask Rider, I think Mask Rider is still actually in Disney's dungeon, where he's supposed to belong. He should stay there. He deserves to be in the dungeon and know what the fuck he did. And he should stay there now and forever. Go fuck yourself. So go fuck yourself. As for Mystic Knights, oh good lord. Yeah, it's like, the weird part is like, how in the world is it Mask Rider a part of it? But technically, as long as the characters showed up in Power Rangers, they're connected, which means that they still have ownership of all of them. So it's weird that, yeah, VR Troopers never showed up on Power Rangers, sadly, but they got those. Mask Rider showed up on Power Rangers, and yet Disney still has it. Mystic Knights did not show up on anything, and I don't know who has the ownership for it. Personally, I kind of hope that maybe Saban's does, but he's just keeping it and be like, it's just something that's a relic. Now, if Disney has it, oh, good lord. And most likely Disney doesn't even give a care. They're not going to do anything with Mask Rider, so they don't give a care. So the only messed up part is that there could have been a reboot. There could be something awesome that could happen. I would prefer to actually have a good reboot and use what Ron Wasserman did for Mystic Force. Da na 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 na. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. I want that one to actually be retrofitted for Mystic Knights. Mystic Knights of Tiranok. Yo, 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 Mystic Knights of Tiranok.
Everybody say I'm a crazy man.